How's it going, guys? Back at it again today for another class. So we're straight into our warm up in 3, 2 and off we go. 30 seconds jogging on the spot just to get you warmed up. As you're jogging you can kind of move around the room wherever you like to go. Just stay nice and loose on the toes. We don't have to worry about getting the knees up too high or anything like that, or getting the foot too high off the floor. It's just about getting the heart rate up, getting the blood flowing. So our first exercise then coming up is going to be squats. We're going to do that in about 10 seconds with a shoulder width stance, dropping down as deep as you can. Okay, so ready for this one in 3, 2 and off we go. Squatting away for 30 seconds and then we'll be going back onto the jog after that. Okay, so keep those squats going with a shoulder width stance. You want the heels down flat, head and chest up, and you're dropping as deep down into the reps as you can. Okay, so another 10 seconds or so on those. And our next cardio exercise is going to be shadow boxing. In a boxing stance, just throw and punch to the head tight. Okay, so last couple of seconds. 2, 1, and off we go. Shadow boxing next. Again, don't worry too much about speed or power or anything with these for now. We're just focusing on getting the upper body warmed up, loosening out those upper body muscles. Our first upper body resistance exercise then will be a press up. So we can run onto our mat in about 5 or 6 seconds. Kneeling position, cross the legs behind, drop it right down. So ready for these. 2, 1 and off we go. So full range of motion, right down, touch the nose and power all the way back up. Okay, so press ups for the next 30 guys. After that it's going to be back to our jogging on the spot. We have about 15 seconds to go. Almost there. Keep the press ups going, full range of motion, last few seconds. 2, 1 and back on the jog. Okay, so again just stay nice and loose on the toes. As I say, you can kind of move around forward, backwards, wherever you want. And our next leg exercise is going to be a forward lunge. We'll keep the head and chest up, back straight as we stride forward and push up then off the front foot. Okay, alternating legs with every lunge. So ready for these. We're going to go in about 5 seconds. 2, 1 and off we go. And deep strides, powering up off the front foot. And this trailing leg never comes down and touches the ground. Front leg does all the work, pushes you back up. Okay? About 15 to go, and then we're back into our shadow boxing. Boxing stance, strong leg to the back, and just throw those punches out of the head out. Okay, so find a few seconds and we're into those. 2, 1, and off we go, shadow boxing. Full range of motion with the punches, from shoulder all the way to lockout. Stay loose on the toes, keeping the core muscles tight, so you can just pivot through the hips. Another 15 seconds, then we're going to grab 2 weights. Kettlebells, dumbbells, whatever you have. And we're going to do some bent over rows. We'll take weight in each hand, stick your butt out behind, bring the chest parallel to the floor, and roll straight up. 2, 1, and off we go. Rolling straight up into the midsection, and then straight down to full lockout. Okay? Bent over rows for about 20 seconds. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades in together and keep your back nice and flat. Less than 10 seconds to go, then we're back jogging on the spot. Ready for the jogging, so in 2, 1 and off we go. In the warm-up, so guys, this is our last 30 seconds of jogging. A couple exercises left to go, but this will be the last time we'll be jogging. So 20 more seconds. We're going to come down and activate our core muscles on the mat. We're going to do a plank. So we're going to drop onto the forearms, press up onto the toes, push the shoulders up and away, and then tuck the tailbone in under, and hold a nice straight leg. Squeeze the core muscles, and try to keep a straight line from ankles to shoulders. 2, 1, off you go. 30-second plank. So you're keeping that held for another full 20 seconds. Then we're back up into our last 30 seconds of the shadow boxing. Again, it will be a boxing stance with a strong leg to the back. So less than 10 seconds. Keep squeezing the core muscles down in that plank. 2, 1, and up we get. Into our boxing stance. Throwing those punches out head height. So last 30 seconds again on this exercise. And then it's going to be grab a kettlebell and move on to a squat and press. So shoulder width stance for the squat. Nice deep reps on this. And as you come out of the squat, fire the kettlebell straight up overhead. Okay, so last few seconds there now, shadow boxing. 2, 1, and off you go. Squat and press. Last 30 seconds. Okay, so keep pushing with those. We're taking a breather, grabbing a drink after this one. That'll be the warm-up done. Nice deep reps in the squat. Keeping the heels down flat to the floor. Keeping the core muscles engaged as you're working. Last few seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. You're done. Excellent stuff. Take a little breather, grab a drink. Okay, timer set up now for our next drill. We're going to work 30 seconds on and 15 seconds off. We're going to do 3 different exercises. The first 2 are going to be for the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to start with a lateral raise to isolate the sides of the shoulders. So we bring the weights back to the pockets, go straight out to the sides, and then control them back down. Okay, so lateral raise first, and then we pop them up to shoulder height and press them up overhead. Okay, hitting the whole shoulder together, and then we're going to finish with the same exercise we finished the warm-up with, a squat and press. So it's a real good whole body exercise. It's working the muscles in the legs and shoulders predominantly, but also targeting the core, and we can go in nice high tempo and really burn a lot of calories as well. We're going to use that one exercise quite a lot today. So start with shoulders, lateral raises. Sorry, must fix the timer. Ready to rock, so legs, lateral raises in 2, 1, and off we go. Straight out to the sides, and then control back down. Head and chest up, keep the back straight, keep the core muscles contracted, bring the weights up to shoulder height, and control them onto the descent. Okay, so another 15 seconds. With the lateral raise, we're working a small portion of the outside of the shoulder. You want the relatively light weight, and keep control of it throughout. Probably go a little heavier than pressing. So last 2, 1, and rest. Good. Shoulder pressing so next. We're going to go shoulder width stance. Press straight overhead to lockout. And then we're back down to shoulder height. Okay, so ready to rock. 3, 2, and off we go. Straight up overhead to lockout. Back down to shoulder height. 30 seconds again. Okay, so you might manage a little bit heavier on those. Coming into the final 15 already. We're going to continue with that pressing motion in the next exercise, but we're adding in a squat. So it's the whole body squat and press. And again, you might actually be even able to go slightly heavier once again. So 2, 1, and rest. Good. So it's going to be squat and press. Nice deep rep in the squat. And as you come out of it, you use the power from the legs through the core up into the shoulders. So 2, 1, and off we go. Squat and press for another 30. Okay, we're going to just keep hitting those 3 exercises in a bit. 2 for the shoulders, and then the whole body squat and press that we're doing now. Another 15 seconds. Keep the tempo up, keep powering through those reps. Almost there. Last 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Back onto our lateral raise, so nice to isolate the shoulder. So we roll shoulders and weights back to the pockets and come straight out at the sides up to shoulder height. Okay, 2, 1, and off we go. Keep the back straight, keep the head and chest up, Bring the weight to the shoulder height and control the descent back down. Nice, slow, controlled reps. We're going past halfway already. 3 exercises, 3 rounds. This is round number 2. Coming into our final 5 seconds, so guys, nearly there. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Back onto our regular press, so again, the shoulder width stance, core tight, back straight, and we power the weights up overhead to knockout. Okay? So ready for it in 2, 1, and off we go. Shoulder pressing for another 30. Still just the shoulders being worked on that one. And then we're going to do the squat and press next, which is going to get the whole body moving together. Legs, core, shoulders, everything working. Another 15 seconds as we are. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Okay, shoulder width stance for the squat and press. Nice deep reps in the squat, and as you come out of it, fire the weights up overhead. Okay, so ready for this one? 2, 1, and off we go. 30 seconds again, deep squats, and explosive then up overhead on the press. This will be the end of round 2. Going to work our way through 3 rounds. So we're nearly there. Keep the intensity high on these now. Keep the core muscles contracted throughout, and then you're transferring that power from the legs up through the core. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Okay, we're back on to the ladder raises. If you're using kettlebells, guys, you can hold them whatever way suits. Grab by the ball rather than the handle if you prefer. Roll them back to the pockets and out. 2, 1, and off we go. Straight from the pockets, up to shoulder height, and then controlled on the way down. Keep breathing through the reps, we're past halfway on those. Almost there. Two, 1, and rest. Good job. Okay, last set of shoulder pressing. Straight up overhead again to knockout. Back down to the shoulder height. Keeping the core contracted, keeping the back straight. 2, 1, and off we go. Good full range of motion on these presses. Drop them right down to the shoulders, all the way up at the top to knockout. Okay? Last set of pressing by itself. Then we've one last set of squat and press. So we're nearly there. Last 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Squat and press over the finish, guys. Nice deep reps once again. And as we come up, fire the weights up overhead. Ready for it? 2, 1, and off we go. Deep squats. Keep the heels stuck to the floor. Generate the power then through the legs, through the core, up into the upper body. Make it all one fluid motion. Legs, core, shoulders, all working together. Last few seconds, guys, then we're taking a break, grabbing a drink. Almost there, finish it up strong now, keep the tempo high to finish off. 2, 1, and rest. Great job, well done. Excellent stuff, guys, take a little breather. We're going to give the upper body a break and work our core. So we're going to do a regular crunch to begin with. So our feet are planted down flat, and we're just going to curl the shoulder blades up off the mat, exhaling as we come up, bending the spine, and really feeling it here in the upper abs, getting a good squeeze in those core muscles. After that, we're going to do a hold that's going to predominantly focus on the lower abs. So we'll keep our head down, we'll keep our hands down, and we'll extend the legs out in front. Okay, I'm just going to hold here in the this position, keeping the legs very, very close to the floor. If they're way up here in the air, they're too high. You want them out of your eye level. You can't even see your toes. Heels are just hovering above the ground. We're going to hold it here for 30. And then we're going to do another hold. We're going to move over into our plank. So we'll pop up on the toes, forearms, push the shoulders up and away, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the core. Okay, so 3 core exercises, 3 rounds. Start with crunches. Ready to rock. 2, 1, and off we go. Exhale as you come up. Get those shoulder blades up off the floor. Squeeze the abs at the top. And go slow and controlled back down to the mats. Okay, so we're already on halfway. Keep breathing through the reps. Excuse me. Final 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good. So our next one is going to be the hold for the lower abs. So working down here, we're going to keep our head down, our hands down, extend the legs out, and then hold here. So we're ready for it. In 2, 1, and off we go. So head stays in contact with the ground. We're just staring straight at the ceiling. Hands are down just for a bit of support and balance. They're not stuck under the back or the butt. They're out here. Breathing through it. Feet are very, very close to the floor, just hovering above it. Less than 10 seconds to go, guys. And then we're rolling over into a plank. 2, 1, and rest. Good. So the plank, so guys, same as the warm-up. We're on the forearms, we're on the toes. We push those shoulder blades up and away from each other. And then we tuck the tailbone in underneath. Squeeze the abs and hold a nice straight line. 2, 1, off you go. Keep this held so for 30. Keep squeezing the core. Good job. Coming up on halfway. Ten more seconds to go. Final 5, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Back onto the crunches, so guys. Plant the feet. Hands are either at the temples, across the chest, or on the thighs, wherever you're comfortable. Curling the spine. Ready in 2, 1, and off we go. Curl the spine, get the shoulder blades up. Exhale as you're coming up. Squeezing the core. And controlling the descent back down to the mat. Okay? Past halfway already on the crunches. And then we're going to do the hold for the lower abs. So coming into the final 5 now. 2, 1, and rest. Good. So head stays down, hands stay down, legs extend out, and the feet hover just a couple inches off the floor. Core is engaged, lower back is working and pinching it in 2, 1, and off you go. You should feel this in your lower back. You should feel it in your core. The ab muscles here on the front. You might even feel it in your hip flexors and quads down here in front of the thighs. All that is okay, strengthening all those areas. Keep breathing through it. And then after this, we're going to be rolling over into a plank. We have 5 seconds to go. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So the plank coming up again next, guys. On toes, on the forearms, shoulders up, tailbone down. Squeeze the core. Ready in 2, 1, and off we go. Really squeeze the ab muscles out. Try and hold a nice straight line. Making the muscles work, not just lying there. Make sure everything is actively working. We're just finishing the second round now. We've got 10 more seconds to go. 3 rounds in total to do. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Okay, we're back on crunches. Plant the feet to the mat. the spine, get the shoulder blades up off the mat, exhaling as you come up. In 2, 1, and off we go. So we try exhale as we come up, squeeze the core muscles at the top, and then we'll control the descent all the way down to the mat, nice and slowly and way down. Passing halfway down. Finally 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, next one, again, we keep the head down, we keep the hands down here on the floor, and we'll extend the legs out, keep the feet hovering off the ground. Ready for it, in 2, 1, and off we go. Breathing into it, guys, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Get plenty of oxygen around to all these working muscles in the core, lower back, legs. Past halfway, and then we're into our plank, our final one for the core today. Last few seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, last plank. Back up onto the toes, onto the forearms. Push the shoulder blades up and away from each other. Tuck the tail one under, and squeeze the core. Ready for it. In 2, 1, and off we go. Just 30 seconds to go on this circuit, guys. Really finish out strong now, keep squeezing those abs. We've less than 20. And you're inside the final 10. So finish out strong now, keep squeezing. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Okay, grab a drink of water, so guys. Get your breath back, get the drinks in. And we have one more circuit to go. And again, similar to the first circuit and to the warm-up, we're going to finish this one with the squat and press. We're going to do 2 for the legs this time, rather than 2 for the shoulders. So we're going to isolate the hamstrings first, do an RDL. We'll stick our butts out behind, pivoting over at the hip. Really stretching the hamstrings out at the bottom, and then coming up a bit more explosively to squeeze the glutes at the top. So slow and controlled going down, fast and explosive, coming up, squeezing the glutes at the top, stretching those hamstrings at the bottom. Then to take the whole leg, we're going to go with squats, just a regular squat, nice deep reps, good heavy weight. All the way down and powering up then through the heels. And then, as I said, we're going to finish with squat and press. So we'll continue that squat, but add back in a press. Okay, get the whole body working together. So start with RDLs, guys. 2 for legs, 1 for whole body. Ready to rock. Grab 2 weights. Ready in 3, 2, and off we go. So we stick the butts up behind, pivot over at the hip. And as we come up, we squeeze the glutes. So keep the head and chest up, pivoting down, stretching, and then coming up, squeezing. Slow, controlled reps. A little pause at the bottom to really stretch the hamstrings, and a good squeeze at the top to get the glutes activated. Final 5, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Squats on the next leg, so show you say now. We're going to keep those heels down flat as we drop down. We're going to trigger our glutes below our knees and then power back up. Okay? So ready for it in 2, 1, and off we go. Deep reps, keeping the head and chest up, getting the heel all the way down in contact with the floor throughout. Don't leave it rise up into the air. And we want to get the glutes down below the knee. Okay? So keep those squats going for another 15. And then we're on to the whole body squat and press. So nearly there. Final 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good. And the squat and press, guys, we've done plenty of things already today. You know the drill. Shoulder will stand for the squats. Deep reps in them. And as you come up out of it, Fire the weights up overhead. So 2, 1, and off we go. Squat and press for 30 seconds. Okay? It's a good whole body exercise, guys. We're getting the legs working, core working, shoulders working. Everything is working in sync. I'm really burning a lot of calories. So keep the tempo high. You can go fairly heavy weight as well in this one. Final 5, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, so back to the RDLs. Roll the shoulders back, keep the head and chest up. Stick your butt out behind, and you're pivoting over at the hip joint, stretching, and squeeze on the wheel. 2, 1, and off we go. Stretch at the bottom, squeeze the top. Keep the head and chest up. Keep the knees soft, they're not fully locked out, but there's no bending the leg as you go down, okay? So at the bottom, you want to feel it here, guys. Stretching the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, and then as you come up at the top, you're feeling it more there in the glutes. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Back onto the squats, shoulder stance, head and chest up, drop down as deep as we can, and then power up again, keeping the back straight throughout. 2, 1, and off we go. Nice deep squats, breathe through the reps, always keep the head and chest up, that will help keep your back straight, give you better technique. Okay, so keep powering through those, and then we'll be adding the press again, next. Past halfway on the squats, this is round 2 out of 3, so we're nearly there. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Squat and press always. Once again, with all the squats, we keep our heels down. So we have to drop the glutes down below the knees. And as we come up, fire up. 2, 1, and off we go. Deep, deep squats. Generating the power from the legs, through the core, up into the upper body, really throwing those weights up overhead. Okay? So past halfway already. And this is round 2 out of 3. So we have one more to go of each of the 3 exercises. Final 5 now in the squat and press. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, the RDLs again. Roll those shoulders back, head and chest up, stick the butt out, and pivot over at the hips. Ready for it? 2, 1, and off we go. Head and chest are up, butt sticks out behind. We pivot over at the hip, stretching those hamstrings. And as we come up, we fire the hips forward and really squeeze the glutes hard as you can. So really working all the backs of the legs, glutes, hamstrings, all that area. Very good exercise to target the back of the legs. 2, 1, and rest. Good. The squats is going to hit the same, it's going to hit the back of the legs, but it's also going to bring in the quad and the front of the leg. So it's a much more whole exercise. Hitting the hamstrings, hitting the quads. 2, 1, off we go. Sorry, hitting the hamstrings, quads, and also the glutes. So really the entire leg, upper leg and the knees is getting a good benefit from squats. This is the last set of them, and then we have our one last set of squat and press. So 15 seconds to go here. Deep, deep reps. The deeper you go, the more emphasis you can put into the glutes and hamstrings. Final 5, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Okay, the squat and press to finish, guys. Deep reps, core tight, and explosive on the way up. Okay? Ready to rock. Let's finish out strong. 2, 1, and off we go. This is the last 30 seconds today, guys. So good high tempo, high intensity. Let's get as many reps done as possible. Keep firing up overhead. Transferring that power from the legs, through the core, up to the upper body. 10 more seconds. Let's get as many reps as you can. Final 5, keep pushing. 2, 1, and rest. Super work, guys, well done. Great class again today. Hope you enjoyed it at home yourselves. Very well done. As normal, we're done. Get in and wash the hands. Then stay safe, stay home, help the HSE. Thanks a minute.